So you're building a new home and you want to know if you should get an inspection even before the walls go up. Well, today I'm going to walk you through a pre-drywall inspection, let you see what it is, and let you find out why it's so important. And we're getting started right now. My name is Eli Magids, and I'm a real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the surrounding areas, including South Carolina. And I specialize in luxury homes and new home construction. But more importantly, I'm your realtor with heart. I'm not trying to sell you a house. I'm here to try and help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are gonna love. My gift is people, my profession is helping you find a home. Put the two together and we can create the next best part of your life. I moved down here from New York 11 years ago and I know how great it is to live here, and I'd love to help you do the same. If you think that you and I are a good fit, I would love to hear from you and I would love to help. You can call or text. My contact information is down below. Now, I have a wealth of knowledge about Charlotte, its luxury market, its real estate, its new construction homes, and I put out a video every single week. And I don't want you to miss any of them. So please go down to the red button below, hit the red subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll be notified when my new videos are out every single week. And please stay tuned to the very end where I'm going to give you a free online guide that's going to tell you everything about Charlotte, its surrounding neighborhoods, its areas, its schools, things to do. It's yours for free, but you have to stay tuned to the very end. So a pre-drywall inspection, is it important? Well, I recommend it to all of my clients as its benefits and its peace of mind that it provides outweighs the cost of the inspection. I want to thank Aaron for agreeing to do this for us, and I want to thank his company, Home Inspection Carolina, for allowing him to do it as well. Sit back, relax, let's learn a little bit about a pre-drywall inspection and why it's so important. Hi guys, I'm here with Aaron, Home Inspection Carolina. He's going to walk us through a little bit of a pre-drywall inspection. Aaron,
how you doing, guys?
He looks better with the mask on.
Yeah.
So what do you look for when you're going through?
Usually with a pre-drywall inspection. Sorry, we got some contractors in here working. The pre-drywall, basically, we're looking at everything that's exposed, everything we can see. This is the best time to do any kind of structural inspection before we start closing up the walls and of course, where we can. Of course, insulation's going in right now. That's why I got in here as fast as possible so I can see the walls. But basically, we're looking at the structure, plumbing, electrical, ventilation, ductwork, HVAC install, anything that's here, basically. What I personally do is we can actually start at the front of the house. I personally start on the inside, and I work my way through every room, and I skirt from the bottom up. Especially with pre-drywall, we're always worried about structure, so I'm looking for basically the strapping and the foundation bolts, and we're looking for the spacing, and so they can't be more than 6 foot apart, and you have to have strapping and bolts within 4 inches of each piece. And then, of course, we work our way up from there, and we go up and we start working our way up and looking at tack studs and king studs and headers all the way up, make sure we have proper bearing on all of our headers. And this orange, pink-ish material you see here is basically, it's a sealant, it's a foam sealant that we have at all our baseboards or seal plates in our corners at the exterior walls, and that reduces any kind of heat loss or air loss to the exterior. We're also looking for the flashing tapes. So we're looking for, that's one of the most important parts is making sure we don't have any water entry through the home's life. And basically we're looking for this flashing tape around your windows and your doors and making sure we have a nice tight fit around those windows to make sure we don't have any water leakage anywhere. So at this point, that's basically what we're looking for, the exposed framing. With the electrical, in the home, basically what we're doing is I'm checking the box and making sure I'm checking each run to their outlet. I'm making sure outlets are where they're supposed to be. Outlets have to be, you have to have so many outlets in so many locations. So basically, this is not a code enforcement inspection. This is a standard inspection, standards for basically building standards. So there are some things that I may call that the builders or the codes enforcement may not require. So some of it is recommendations, but some of it may pop up on a code enforcement. This particular home has already been inspected by the county because they're already putting insulation up. So they have passed their city and county code enforcement inspections, but now it's just I'm in here just doing one last check to make sure no one really overlooked anything. So far in this particular home, everything's looking pretty good so far. We do have some loose foundation bolts around the foundation of the sill plate. So those need to be tightened up. We got a couple studs that are loose and are warped in here and there. That's another thing we're looking for. Anything that's going to cause any kind of defect in the wall, such as a bow or maybe a loose tape joint that may form because of a wall that's bowed and how they press that drywall up on the wall. We're looking for protection plates at all our plumbing and all our. This is what these are. They're protection plates. So as a electrical line enters through a stud, it cannot be more it can't be out of 1/3. So basically, it can be the center third. But once it moves out past that center third, we have to put protection plates. So we always find a few of those that are missing as well. We do have a little bit of different framing here. We have a true header, which is good, and they're jacks and they're kings. But this is for a pocket door that's coming in. So you'll see some things in this house that are a little bit different than a normal construction, but not much.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
In a good way, yeah. Basically, what we're looking for, as long as they have nice bearing all the way down to the floor, is what we're looking for. If you step over here, we're also looking at our hangers and our main girders, where our point loads would be, and any kind of downforce that's not supported properly. But we're checking all our hangers on our LVLs, our laminated veneer lumber right here, and just making sure every L hole is filled with a nail. And we usually get those, but it looks like they've got all those secured properly, and it looks pretty good. So, but yeah, the downstairs as of right now looks great. They've done a good job. We can actually go upstairs and take a look and see what's going on. So upstairs now, I haven't been up here yet. We'll actually go on a fresh walkthrough up here. First thing I typically look for is like downstairs, I usually start at the bottom, and I'm checking the joints in the flooring. So we see I have some damaged sheathing right here that needs to be replaced, and also any kind of uneven areas at these meeting joints of this floor sheathing. And of course, we don't know what kind of flooring is going in here. It could be carpet, it could be hardwood, it could be tile. Who knows? But again, if you have tile or hardwood, a lot of those uneven joints are really noticeable. So we do like to check those fairly heavy. But yeah, we can just start. I usually start on my left, and we'll go around. So this right here is for a jumper. So this will be the laundry room, of course, and basically it's makeup air for the dryer. So you'll see some stuff, and that is proper. It seems to be they've done a good job on their ventilation. I'm also checking the length on their dryer vent. So it can be no more than 35 feet. They have it calculated at 31. That looks to be correct. So again, that's part of the ventilation inspection, and it looks proper. We're also pressure testing the plumbing lines right now, and it is pressurized. So they will check that to make sure that pressure hasn't dropped whenever they come back. So again, sealant at your penetrations through the ceilings and floors. Any kind of horizontal penetration going through a horizontal surface should be fire block. And that's what this is. It's basically fire block. Getting over here is basically all I'm doing now is just checking these studs, make sure I don't have any twisted studs, making sure these studs are equal or plumb or flush, as we would say, at the plates and at the top plates. So just to make sure we don't have any warping or bending of that drywall when it is installed. And of course, you may have some nails sticking out here and there, just they haven't really finished and really done some cleaning. See, there's a little bit of a lip right here. I will take a picture of this and note that it could be corrected. Again, if you're putting carpet up here, you're probably not going to notice something like that. But with hardwoods or tile, it is possible to have a little bit of a raise right there. So getting back to the framing, one thing I will like to check is the truss system in the attic area. The trusses, my main concern is making sure we don't have any missing gosset plates. Gosset plates are basically the connecting plates right here. And make sure we have a direct bearing, just like the joist downstairs. We have all our nails in our hangers like we're supposed to have. And we have proper direct bearing on all this. These, I do see a few that are attached to the top plates in the home. Now, this is common of builders, and it's not against code, and they are allowed to do it. But technically, if you have a truss system, when you connect it to the interior walls, it should either be floating or you should have something called a slide clip, or better known as a Simpson clip. And a Simpson clip just basically allows the truss system, as it as expands and contracts due to heat, it can actually move and shift without actually lifting or doing any damage to the interior walls. That's a bit of an argument because it's more of a manufacturer specification from the truss builders. But builders like to say, "Oh, well, we like everything to expand and contract together." But the trusses are in an unconditioned area most of the time and do have a lot more expansion and contraction. So I will note that when trusses are attached to interior walls, I can't say the builder always corrects it. They usually do not because they don't have to. But that is something that I normally mention in my reports.
Gotcha.
Another thing that we check is basically, again, we're checking all our electrical lines, making sure we don't have any missing plates. 2x6s, unless they're out really, really far out, they don't need those at all. You're basically checking the 2x4s are at a center third. Same thing with 2x6, but they have a little bit more lenience on them. A little bit more area. Here we go. Also on the sheathing, up at the roof sheathing, if we go back up, we're also looking for the clips. So you see these little clips at the butt joints or the joints of the roof sheathing, and those are called H-clips. Trusses are typically spaced 24 on center. Rafters are 16 on center. So when you expand to 24 on center with this, with the OSB, a lot of times you can have a lot of sagging at the sheathing, and those H-clips, they prevent that from happening. So basically, I'm going through and checking each one of these joints and making sure we don't have any missing H-clips. I always sometimes find a few here and there. They are kind of a headache. The best way to fix it, basically, the builder goes up there and he blocks it. He puts a 2x4 on the joint and nails it up and basically keeps it from sagging. That's the usual fix that I see. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Of course, I still got to run through this and do to do a full over on the full one over on this house. But that's typically what we're looking for. We look, basically, I tell people we're looking for everything. We're looking for everything and anything that could be wrong. And a lot of times we always find something.
How else find something. You got to earn your money.
Yeah, but hopefully when we find stuff, hopefully it's minor nitpicky kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
And in your opinion, would you recommend someone to have a pre-drywall inspection?
Yes, it's always a good idea to have a pre-drywall inspection. Of course, I mean, there are builders around here that are very reputable, and it depends on, a lot of times it depends on the site manager and the builder and whoever's in control of the operation. If you have someone that's really, really on it, then typically your build should be pretty tight. So, it depends on how comfortable you are with the builder and the site manager. But we always recommend, yes, it's a good idea to have a pre-drywall inspection. And that just lets us see the actual structure, because when a home is finished, there's a lot that we can't see. So, all of this is covered. I can't see any of this. I can't see the electrical. I can't see the ventilation. Well, of course, unless it's in the attic. But all this that can't be seen now is the time to check.
Thank you, Aaron, for the walkthrough.
Anytime. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. And now we're going to actually do the inspection.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, are you looking for a luxury home? Are you looking for new home construction here in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and the surrounding areas of South Carolina? That's my specialty. Remember, it's so important to find somebody who you like and someone who you trust. If you think that you and I are a good fit, I'd love to hear from you and I'd love to help. You can call or text. My contact information is down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please don't forget to subscribe. I put out videos every single week. Just go down to the red button below, hit that, hit the bell. You'll be notified when my new videos are out every single week. And for my free online guide that I talked about earlier, just go down to the description below. There's a link there for free community school guides. Go ahead, click on that link, get that guide. It's invaluable information. In a couple of seconds, some more of my videos are going to be popping up on the screen. I have a whole bunch of other videos on my YouTube channel. They're very informative, so go ahead and check those out. But I want to welcome you to Charlotte and the surrounding areas. I left New York and was the best thing I ever did. I welcome you here. I thank you so much for watching. And until we see each other again next time.